Okay, so I did the last one. The last one I went up. Only reason I'm doing this is because I solved it. Einstein's puzzle. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it. Is what's his big thing, right? So his puzzle is there are 5 houses, 5 different colors. In each house are 5 men of 5 different nationalities. Each one of those nationalities drinks a different beverage and has a different animal. And it goes through the different fucking houses and different whatever. I mean, the different, which animals have which and whatever. Now, there is a way to set up a logic grid and solve it. Because the question is, how do you find out which one of the houses has which man and which? And I gave like one clue about to what was in one house. One thing in each of the houses, I believe. And you're supposed to set up like a logic puzzle, like the logic grid and whatever. There's no stipulation that you can't just knock and ask. That also makes a puzzle fun and funny. How do you tell which one has a zebra? And they're trying to outsmart Einstein. Puzzle, because there's another one that's like you have a certain number of guesses. It's a really complicated one. It's a really complicated puzzle with like there's a criminal and something like in these 3 houses, and you have police, and you got like one cop, and you can only knock on one door or before the fucking criminal gets away. So you have to knock on the right door, and it gives you a bunch of stuff that's inside. And he's probably like, yeah, that's not. And then they probably solved it. He probably was trying to find like a simple one, like a very easy like. Whatever. And they're like, no. And they go through, like, break out the grid and stuff. And he's probably like, that's not a fucking riddle or puzzle. That's a problem. That's a math problem. You got a fucking grid and shit. A puzzle's like, anyone can do it. That's what makes them fun. That's what makes them funny. You give them, like, this really seemingly impossible fucking thing, Just push it. It's ball. It'll roll down the hill. You didn't say it. I didn't have to. I didn't. You didn't use you didn't use logic. It didn't say without knocking. It just said which one. How do you find out which one is in which house? Oh, right. The Danish guys and this one, the Englishmen's and this one, the ones, this one. You obviously know that kind of shit. So just go knock on the door. Hi. What kind of drink do you drink? You have any pets? You don't have any limited number of guesses. You don't have nothing. It just says how do you tell which one has the house? Knock on the door and ask them. It didn't say they're criminals, they'll run away. It didn't say any of those stipulations. That's probably what he was like, with the criminals, and there's just too many fucking factors. They're like, no, but then they show this really smart answer. It's like, yeah, but it's not. For us, I thought it was going to be like, go up and knock on the door. Right. Because it's so simple. It's clever. Just go knock. You know what I mean? Well, solve it. Come on, man. Don't leave us with this puzzle. Oh, yeah. My dying words. Go up to that thing and knock. You motherfucker. You're supposed to be this Einstein. Was it genius or was it not? And it had a zebra. Which one had a zebra? Maybe because I took some personal vested. I slept after the last one. After the last video I did this, I slept and woke up. And what was Einstein's thing? And I was like, and it's it's a logical thing, and it's a blah, 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 blah. And you got to set the grid, and like, yeah, that's what they said last time. But that's not solving it simply. Englishman, just go fucking knock. There's not a time limit. There's not like a number of guesses. There's not a fucking window of opportunity. There's nothing. There's not like you can't meet these guys who are fucking wholly hostile, and if you open the door, one of them will shoot you. Nothing. Nothing. And you guys, again, are... if I lay out a logic grid and then start fucking each house is, okay, house 1 is blue, house 3 is green. You probably made it so you could solve it that way. And everybody go, oh, yeah, that Einstein. Boy, that was a tough one. And like, yeah, you could solve it that way. You could just go knock on the fucking door. Oh, shit. I don't know, man. I think I might have lost my mind if I even had one to begin with. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't care. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, isn't it? Yeah, 3:30. So, I gotta open these fucking windows, dude. It's probably cold outside, but I'm kind of a little bit of a, yeah, a little bit hot. Not that one. Alrighty. I'll be right back. Unless someone wants to join in, I'm probably going to head out, actually. Speak now, forever hold your fucking peace. I need some water. You look here, Roy. I don't care how many mooses you hug. Hagamoose? What kind of fucking name is Hagamoose, Roy? Alright, but yeah, I think I solved that. I really think that's the answer. I could be wrong. But one of his things was constantly talking about how he's fairly constantly downplaying his intelligence. And everybody's like, oh, Einstein. But if you actually look at the fields of study he was at, there were 3 fields of study that he studied. And you can't help when you see the 3 what he was studying, the 3 things, the 3 main people that influenced him. You can see you know what I mean? And you can see the thing like E equals MC squared. You can see it coming together logically. It's kind of like, you see a kid smoking pot, guitar, young kid dropping out. You know what I mean? Spends all his time on the guitar. You can already hear it. You could hear it, like he could hear it when he was playing that, like, I don't want to do anything else. As soon as he started playing, it was horrible. It was little. By teenage years, it's all they want to fucking do. It's actually sounding really good. You're kind of having a hard time telling him to stop doing the shit he's doing because it's sounding really fucking good. You know what I mean? You can just see the logic behind it. You can see this guy's, you don't have to go to school. Everyone else has to go to school. You don't have to go to school. Really? Really? Because you're going to be fine. Even if you're working as a cruise musician, you know what I mean? Whatever the fuck you're doing, a session drummer, whatever, you're going to be fine. No, you don't have to know all the fucking facts and shit. Yes, we do, because we have to go to fucking... But you're one of those fucking people, man. An actor. Like River Phoenix, taking some of the roles he did. River's Edge. I mean, come on. I think it was one of his. That might have been Keanu's. I don't remember. I saw one that really impressed me for a long time, and it's kind of like that what you was talking about. You see, there's a young Keanu Reeves, and he was in a band, and there's no real answer to the thing, and I don't know if I don't remember any real answer to it aside from Keanu and this guy were in school and starting a band, and he was teaching Keanu how to play, and Keanu shreds to this fucking riff. He's like, "That was fucking great. Play that again." I'm like, "Oh, I don't know what it's doing." He's like, "God damn," you know what I mean? And I was like, "Okay, the difference between a mistake and being able to do it twice." And I've taken that with me. So if I do and it's weird and fucked up, I immediately go back and keep doing it just so it sounds like I was unintentional. As soon as you do that, it changes people's mind. Go, oh shit! Oh, like, you know what? Okay, I see how it's tweaking. Whoa, I've never heard that before. No, I fucked up. I just know how to do it again and again. I remember what I fucked up. So I just keep fucking up that same way, and it sounds like it's in key. It sounds like it's intentional, like a weird bend of the fucking scale. It's not. Like Jimi Hendrix said, like, people started emulating him so much that they started emulating his, copying his mistakes that he was making. So, make sure I don't have the reverb on still, because I tend to do that shit. No, how about that? I left the reverb off. That's pretty fucking cool. So, yeah, I could see. I mean, he probably was expecting his friends to solve it. Einstein, he's probably expecting his friends to solve it and go, "I did it." And they like none of them like, "Come on, guys, someone's got to solve it before I go." Come on, man, someone's got to solve it. Solve it. Not like, I think I solved it. Yeah. No, no. Is it close? Kinda. No one's gonna solve it. No one's gonna solve like the logic grid that I made to make this fucking thing, so I can go. No, just knock on the fucking door. Okay, see you in heaven, guy. Whoever figures that one out. But if you're not studying Einstein, you know what I mean. If you're not studying what he's actually saying, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, and a monkey by its ability to swim, they'll both grow up feeling fucking stupid and not they can't do nothing. Right. The monkey's supposed to be in the tree, and the fish is supposed to swim. That's the purpose of them. He tried constantly to downplay his intelligence. He said most of ingenuity is hiding your inspirations. He said something like 89% of it is hiding your inspiration. Makes sense. If you hear my music, you're like, "Oh, clearly drive of Seattle." Yeah. He's clearly driven a fucking blues. He's clearly driven a fucking metal. What are we trying to say? Why is mine? Was it so recently that it can't be touched? Was it so it's so perfect? No music is that way. Classical, people play classical. People just sit there and play Bach and Beethoven for a living. Cover songs. People go bands, cover song bands. It pays. It does, it really does. And you get to play music for a living. Or you just noodle around in whatever you're doing until you find someone that can jam with you, and you bring your influence, they bring their influence, and whatever. And so you've hidden the band's influence. You have a commonality of, Alice in Chains. But different other shit here, different other shit here, different other shit there. Funk background on the drummer, you know what I mean? But yeah, oh fuck, I love Alice in Chains. And he plays out like, one of the beats and stuff, so everybody's, fuck, we got that in common. We all like, you know what I mean? Everybody from Alice in Chains did like Kiss. Is that weird? Mark Lanigan said he tried to sound like his most favorite singers for like either the first 10 years or his first 10 albums. I don't remember, but he said for like the first time he was just trying hard to sound like, his influences and failing. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Well, Jerry Cantrell's trying to do like me. I can kind of emulate his kind of riffage because it's very not unrefined. It's dark and twisted. It's just got a very dissonant sound. Very untrained, but sounds like very sophisticatedly trained. Because you're just letting the kind of jangles and stuff do their shit, and it sounds weird because people don't tend to do that. And when notes are bad, people go, and they try and sweeten it. Instead, like that badness makes it dark, like really fucking dark. It's just not. It sounds really fucking like I'm like a half two. It sounds, that's what gives it that dark, eerie sound. It's a little bit dissonant. It's not that major sound that you're usually hearing. As soon as I start playing some of those chords, you probably go, oh, that's a Seattle sound. Like, it's the sound of dissonance. It's one of the last sounds that people hadn't really truly explored. That's why Sonic Youth did so well. That's why those bands, those alternative bands, because people weren't doing this. It wasn't normal. In fact, it really was only inspiring people that were pretty fucking high or people that are kind of sick of popular music. You know, college kids. They're out on their own. They're exploring. They're trying to figure out what they like. They've heard their parents shit. They heard, their friends' parents shit. Now they got a chance to actually be by themselves and just alone and just with their friends or whatever and choose what you like. It's part of the whole fucking experience, man. It really is. That they want to instill in you of making you your own person while fitting comfortably within the mold. You find out where you are, you find out where the edges are, and you find a nice little balance where you can go ahead and go to work. You know what I mean? You're not rocking the boat. There's been enough social pressure on you by fucking friends and whatever to conform. We naturally do that to each other. Look at that guy, because they fucking stand out. And we all feel, and it makes us feel closer, and that one further out. I don't know if they're still doing it, but if not, I'll say we're going to be missing out on a lot of talent. Because that guy is going to be alone, he's going to be sad. And so he's going to do what his shit that he does, and then eventually he's going to find happiness on his own. And then he comes out, and those are the people that radiate this shit. Because they're not looking for other people to give it to them. They're out there happy as fuck, you know what I mean? They're just out there just chilling, doing their shit, being alive. And then you start noticing, like, oh, you have two different shoes on? Yeah. Why? Couldn't find the other one. You know what I mean? Just whatever, you know what I mean? Your laces aren't tied the same, if you pay attention. Nope, never do. Been doing that since I was like fucking 6th grade. I learned how to do both different ties, and I was like, I couldn't decide which one I liked better. I just always do one way and the other way. They tie the top the same. One goes like that, and the other one goes X's. Because I had that, I would swap. I had like a lot of, not Converse All-Stars, Airwalk canvas shoes that were like the Converse All-Stars. And they had like weird colors and designs and shit, so I'd wear mixed-match shit all the time just because they were the same shoe design, just different colors. I was a skater, and so that kind of shit wasn't weird for me. Even people point and laugh, whatever. I don't care. At the same time, I'm like, I point and laugh at how similar, like Kurt. You really can't think of anything. Okay, you guys are just going to get around together and talk about your Tommy Hilfiger. You know what kind of clothes each other are wearing? That's really what you're going to do. Well, your shirt just looks like his shirt turned sideways. The worst part, I think, was the popular kids, and then you had the unpopular kids that really wish they were. And the main reason they weren't wasn't because they weren't great people. They really were. But usually money was the reason. And you'd see them gather together, and they had like the imitation. So it looked like the right whatever the fashion is, but it had some kind of like distinction. Pretty much, you could always tell it wasn't. I was just kind of like, that's just sad that we do that. But I mean, that's this kind of thing. Who else would it be so important to? And it's a perfect opportunity for parents to go, damn, none of that shit matters. I went to school just like you. None of that shit matters. I went to school with hand-me-downs from my half-brothers. They were older, like a lot older. My brother's 3 years older. They're both older than him from my dad's first marriage. But, I mean, my mom would make some clothes, She was really, really good. She made me a Chewbacca costume for fucking Halloween. Shit was dope. Chewbacca. Yeah. She made my brother a thief costume when he started getting into D&D. There was a pattern that he had from Dungeons and Dragons. I could bring up the picture, and so she went to the fabric store and found like a pattern design and found basically kind of like a Robin Hood thing with the cape, and she made like the whole hood, the tunic, and the pants, And no, they weren't. I think they were boot. They might have been like bootleg. I don't know. They were like kind of the. I saw some just the other day. What are they called? I don't know. I'm gonna get some for my character's costume. It kind of makes your boots look like they're taller than they are. They're like black leather or brown leather, and they sit on top of your boot. They cover over your boot like a little guard, and it comes up to like here. It's got like a lacing up the front. I mean, like you could like your boot continues from there all the way up. And on first look, it looks like your boot actually. You just apply the boot. They provide the sleeve to make them look longer. It's cool. It's a costume. Fuck you. It's not real. I wish it were real, but I gotta do my costume sometime. I'm still losing weight. I'm down 182. It's coming down. I'm coming down nicely, even more and more and more every night, every day. Just yeah, it's pretty great, man. If I can hit like 170, I'd probably be happy at 170. I mean, I'd like to hit like about 160, 165, and then like even all of this would be gone. But I think 170 is just like, you know what? For 48, we're just getting For 48, just let it go, man. You're not gonna have. I mean, I could have a six pack if I didn't have like a fucking. If I didn't have my heart issues, I can't work like super super hard, That's why I like pedaling up the hill. I dropped down to a low S gear, and it started looking ridiculous. I just started like, I want to walk this thing. Walking, going 48. Yeah, fuck you. I'm walking uphill. Yeah, 48. I fucking biffed it twice. I fucking ate shit in front of the gas station and it's cut up my elbow, but it's already better. And then I was waiting for the bus yesterday. No, was it yesterday? I don't know when it was. It might have been yesterday. I rode my bike. I rode it downtown and shit, and then I rode up on the fucking curb. And like, cause I pulled the handlebars to get up. So this time I didn't pull up, so I didn't go over the curb like I did last time with too much torque. As I pull up and I get up on the fucking thing, I'm like, yeah, I still got it. But then it's like grass. So I immediately just slows down. I'm like, oh no. It was just rolling fine. I was just cruising. I'm like, okay, cool. And okay, I'm up on. But it didn't like really hurt or nothing. So I get up. I'm like, 48. That's not. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, oh, my back, Roy. Roy, call somebody. My phone's in my backpack, Roy. Oh, you're terrible, Roy. Help me, Roy. Don't hurt me. Insults are not useful right now, Roy. I know it was just a claim. I need some Kleenex. There we go. Nasal problems, man. But I'm trying to clean all that shit out so when I go for my Spravato treatment, I can get and then just lay back and just fucking chill, listen to some music. Um, I look forward to my time there now, man. It's just very liberating. And when they start talking, okay, so you're after the induction phase, I got 4 more times there, and it's like, so after that, we'll go down to like once a week. And I was all like, oh. I mean, I have no idea. I've had lots of insights from between now and then. I mean, between just then and now. I was fucking suicidal when I started going in, and yeah, I'm good now. Um, oh, we've ate not too long ago. Stop it! Like, it's not like we're poor. Shit, we got lots of food. Oh, I'm glad I did wake up. I'm glad I'm doing this, and I'm glad you did that. It wasn't hunger. It's like you got to put the chicken out for tomorrow. Mom's coming over. Yeah, I got to go Monday. So yeah, Mom's gonna come over and we're gonna grill some chicken, and then I'm gonna go to her place and crash out there, so she don't have to come out and get me. I gotta be there like 8 in the morning. The more I go, the more it's like when I come out, it's just like I'm walking fine. Like the first time I came out, it's kind of like this all looks weird. It's the same, but it just looks weird in my walking. And like now, it's like okay, when there's sit and my 3. The last one, yeah, I was walked all around and shit. It's just how fucked up would it be that I get like used to it so much? I'm like this. I'm kind of ready to go home now. Like it's only been 30 minutes. You should be like peeking out. I'm like I know. I'm ready to go home. Oh, I'm doing this on purpose. Trust me. This is things I do. So can I go home or what? There's like this little fucking thing. I sit in this one spot almost all the time on the bus, and it's like a 2-seater bench. And I sit on the outside and have my little backpack over here. Someone can like walk by and snatch it or anything like that. Hey man, it's a nice town, but too much shit's happened to me to fucking, could be someone from out of town. I have no idea. So I sit over here because I usually have some of my weed in there. I got my shit, my tablet and stuff. So I sit over here on my side, pretend it's someone to ride with me. And oh man, my neck. Um, there's this railing. It's a separate. Okay, there's like a wheelchair ramp that comes down and whatever, and so it comes up. And so like a separator, so you can't, like, I mean, nothing can, and that person can roll it. It kind of separates it, and I sit right behind that. And there's like a bar, but the way it goes out from seat to, the thing ends like at one seat one, and there's like a whole like gap right there, and for some reason I always just want to jump in there and just sit there and ride the whole ride. A little monkey holding onto the pole and just so. I always do. It just every time I do, I see it. And I'm just like, and the only thing that's stopping me from doing it, it's not even like oh, it'd be weird. Not even that. It's just that like they more than likely wouldn't let me. After being up there, like you gotta get down. I'm like, why? You gotta get down. But I don't see why. You know what I mean? And it's just gonna bring me down. Getting up there and like people are like, what the fuck are you doing? And just sitting there, just ignoring them. That's not a problem. The driver, when he says get down, I'm gonna get down. If it's a distraction for him, I'm not going to bother him. So that's the only thing that doesn't. I get up there. I don't. For some reason I don't get there. But every time I see it, I'm just like, oh, I just want to get up there. I want to just jump up there too. I don't know why. I just do. So jump there and just sit and ride the whole fucking ride. But yeah, so I'll have more of the ketamine journals tomorrow. Oh, this is supposed to go unlisted. I'm fucking high. Fuck. Einstein's riddle puzzle.